So I'm here this morning with Jerry Reagan at Marist High School.
Morning.
We're standing just outside where they're having their morning's liturgy, and Jerry's going to tell us a little bit about why we're here.
We're here this morning so that we can hear from one of the families that Project Starfish has benefited in the past, and I'm trying to get the students motivated to get out and do the things that we ask them to do, participate in the activities that we're asking them to participate in, and to make a personal donation to Project Starfish because the need is great in our community.
Thank you, Jerry. Barry, tell us a little bit about yourself, please, and how Project Starfish helped you.
Yes, I came down today to speak in front of this organization to show my appreciation for all the services I've received through San Vincent de Paul and the Connections Program. I am here to thank this organization for their contributions and the services that they've provided, and I ask that people continue to give to these services because they do go for a good cause.
How did Project Starfish and your help through St. Vincent de Paul help your life and your children, Barry?
We were homeless. We were living at a homeless shelter with my two sons. I was pretty desperate as to where we were going to go. I applied to the Connection Program and was accepted to them. They helped me get into suitable housing. They helped pay my first month's rent and my deposit, and they continue to help me to this day with my rent and my utilities.
What are your hopes for yourself and for your sons?
Because of the opportunity that I've been given, I now attend college full-time, seeking an associate degree.
Fantastic.
We have stable housing. We are putting money away to buy a house in 2 years when I'm done with the program. So all of this is possible because of the contributions given to these organizations.
That's just fantastic. So what are you studying? What do you hope to what kind of a job do you hope to have?
I'm seeking an associate degree in human services. I'd like to go ahead and go in maybe faith-based organizations and help my fellow men. Maybe return some of the services that I've received over the years.
Thank you so much. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is Jill Craig, who's all dressed up. So let's pan back so we can see her fashion. There you go. Okay. So Jill, what does Project Starfish mean to you and the families that you serve?
Boy, Project Starfish gives us the extra boost that we really need to be able to support these families. And we use the funding to help families move into housing, which is a big cost. And very few families have that money together at the time. So we do the move-in costs and utilities, help get their utilities set up. And for some families, we also help occasionally with rent or utilities as needs arise. So Project Starfish works with a program that's already in place to bring families into housing and then work with them for up to 2 years and help them get really solid and get their feet on the ground and continue to have stable housing. 74% of our families graduate and move on to stable permanent housing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to brag a little bit because
Yeah.
that's a pretty good statistic, isn't it?
It is. It is.
And what kind of situations are families coming from that makes that statistic so incredible?
A lot of families just have a lot of barriers to housing, to jobs, and
These are all families that are homeless, right?
correct.
Yeah.
They have to be homeless. They have to have children in their household.
And some of them I know have had repeated episodes of homelessness, right?
That's true.
So that statistic then is really in effect breaking the cycle?
Yes, it is.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I think in checking the stats too, we had figured out that Project Starfish had helped 102 families, is that right?
Yes.
So Jerry, where'd you go? How many kids are in the room?
In the room right now?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm going to ask you at the end.
There's probably 150 students in there right now at Lenten Mass, Friday Mass.
So a comparable number to the number of families that have been helped at Project Starfish. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't do it without the support of you, Jerry, particularly. I know it. I know you are just wonderful and you're such a supporter. And so
We do our best.
Well, you do a great job. And I know tonight is a wonderful activity. I will be having my flip cam there, and we
Okay.
will do more video tonight. So stay tuned, folks.
Thank you.
Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God,
years now, and I'm really happy to be here to thank you all. The work you do to raise funds touches families' lives every day. It gets parents and children off the streets and into housing. It helps them through rough times, and at the end of their time in the program, families graduate out and move into permanent housing, and they're just very blessed by all the work you do, so thank you.
Good morning. First of all, thank you for letting me come down here. I'd like to express my appreciation to both your organization and to St. Vincent de Paul for all the work that they've done in my life. I would not be standing here today if it was not for these services that are in place. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a single father of 2 young boys. We were homeless, living in a homeless shelter. I applied to connection program through St. Vincent de Paul. Fortunately, I was accepted. They offered me affordable housing. However, I did not have the rent or the deposit to get in. I was kind of stressed about that. Thanks to contributions made to St. Vincent de Paul, I was able to get my 2 weeks of rent paid and my deposit and even help with my utilities. Today, because of the services I have received, I am attending LCC full-time, seeking an associate degree, and saving up for housing, and I've had a chance to get my credit taken care of and some of the things that have been the issues that I've been faced with throughout my whole life. So again, I want to thank everybody for the services that you helped give to us, and my boys appreciate having stable housing and a chance to have a normal life.
Wait just 1 second and hold your applause. I've always wanted to be Oprah, and this is like my big chance, okay? That was a joke, too. So, Barry, oh, gosh, I have to readjust this. You're too close. There we go.
No, you're too close.
Yeah, but Oprah does this all the time. You just never see it. Okay, so, Barry, would you just tell the kids, Project Starfish had made such a difference in your life. What are your hopes and your dreams for you and your sons?
Well, now that the connections have seen my potential and they've allowed me to take steps towards my future, I feel secure in the fact that we have a chance to have a normal existence. I was so desperate, knowing not what to do because we were homeless with 2 young children, and my faith and my perseverance allowed me to hook up with the Connections program, and that enables me to be here today.
Thank you. Project Starfish makes a huge difference. Please join me in giving this gentleman a round of applause for all the work he's done. Good job.